Welcome back, my YouTube boys and girls. Thanks for tuning in. This is my second attempt at making this video because the first time it completely and utterly fucked up. So sorry I'm a bit narky, but it's wasted a lot of time there for no reason. So yeah, in this video it's just yet again more hauls, some from the comic book shop and some from eBay. Excuse me, I'll just move this camera a bit here. That's better. Yeah, some from eBay and some from the comic book shop. And I thought I'd just share them with you guys. So the first pickup was from eBay, and I think I paid £4, including postage, for issues 1 to 5 plus variant cover 1 of Batman and Robin All Star. So there's issue 1. I believe it's the variant cover with Robin on it. It might be a second print, I'm not sure. Excuse me. And then I reckon that's the proper issue 1. Batman, of course. I don't know what you thought of this series. I know a lot of people didn't like it because the way they portrayed Batman as a complete sociopath and psychopath at the same time. He made Robin eat rats and just... He was a bit crazy, it had to be said. You know, he hooks up with Black Canary on some docks after a fight in a pouring rain and just sort of zips up and goes about his merry way. Yeah, I can understand why people didn't like this Batman, this version of Batman, and myself included. I cannot accept that as Batman all the time. However, if you take it out of continuity and you just take it as a separate book and a separate entity, I really did enjoy this book. I love it. I loved it when Robin punched Green Lantern in the throat and almost kills him. Not that, like, you know, but I think Wonder Woman. This is just a completeness of bitch. It's just a cool book, I thought. And the thing is, I think why I like it is because this is a cool cover, Black Canary on the front. She is awesome in this. This is probably the best. That's the best version I've seen of Black Canary. I like. Issue 4. I think what I liked about this was that all the other characters were great. I liked the little twist they put on it. I liked the fact that Wonder Woman she acted like a demigod, and she was a bitch with it. Issue 5. I think this was a 12-part, so I've still got like 7 issues to get, which I will do. About £4 for that. That's a pretty good buy, I think. Sorry, I digressed there. Yeah, I just thought that what they did with the characters was really cool. I really like the way they did Wonder Woman, and I love. It's not the Superman I'd love to have all the time, but I love the fact that this Superman was very young and very stupid, very dumb-witted. And Bruce just knew he was an idiot, which we know he's not, but the way he portrayed it was very cool. And I picked this up because I saw this on Gambit's channel, and he had this book, Wanted, the movie. It's the movie cover. And this is one of these books I've wanted to read for a while. Mark Millar again. Coincidence, I assure you. People didn't like this film. I did like the film. I thought it was a good film. I ain't gonna lie. I thought I'd enjoy it. I've watched it many times. But I've never read the original source material. So, you know, I thought, what else? Let's just pick it up. And again, I paid £1 for this. £1 for a graphic novel. You know, it is in pretty good shape. It's not immaculate by no means, but it is pretty damn good. And so I look forward to reading it. I haven't had a chance to read it yet. And then again, I've got some more eBay stuff, and so I'm just getting into order here. I've been trying to collect. I've been saying in many videos now about my Ultimates collection, and the fact that I'm trying to sort of get it on video, which I haven't been able to do yet. I know, I'm sorry. Like I said, there's over 200 books, and just trying to get my head around how to put that many books on there is a pain in the arse. But whilst doing that, I've thought I'd collect the new Ultimates, actually with the current series, because I'm really intrigued with the new current storyline. But I've read all the previous Ultimate stuff, loved it, thought it was great, but I've never read none of this series. So being the stupid comic book idiot that I am, I'm not prepared to read new stuff until I've read the previous issues. I know, stupid, but that's just where I am. But I managed to pick up issues 1 to... let me just check. Ultimate issues 1 to 18, and I paid £3. And then I think it was £3.50 postage. So I paid £6.50 for issues 1 to 18. And they're all really good condition, first prints. Yeah, there's a bit of spine wear on them, but I don't think there's anything that can be done about that. So, yep, we've got issue 1, which I look forward to devouring. Issue 2. Like I said, £6.50 for this. It's, you know, it's cheaper than a graphic novel. And it's cheaper than some graphic novels you buy second hand, for Christ's sake. So now I think I can read these, and I think I've got issue 20 knocking about somewhere, so I bought that. I think I just bought that because I thought, right, I'm going to decide to get it, and it was on the shelf next to the new one. So I think I got issue 20, 24, 25, 26, 27. So I'm not missing a lot. I'm missing issues 19, 21, 22, and 23. So I'm 4 issues out, and I'm going to be up to date, which is really awesome. And issue 4. Yeah, I've heard many a good thing about this series, and I look forward to more. Issue 5. I've really enjoyed the Ultimate series, to be honest. I think a lot of people have, just because it's a chance to tell the story of a character in a totally different way. Just go to town with it, and you know, do what you want. And I think the way they've done this, they've done it so well that they've actually made another universe from it. And you know, there's some characters you thought were crap before are made actually really good, like Falcon. Never liked Falcon, but check that Falcon out. That's a Falcon I can get behind. That's a Falcon I can sort of understand and appreciate, and you know, like. I must admit, the Hulk stuff with Ultimates, I think that could have been done a bit better. I think it started brilliantly with the first 2 volumes of Ultimates, what they did with Hulk. But I think there on after, I don't think they've used him wisely. Not to say he's not been used well in places, but generally speaking, he's not as good. And issue 9 there with Mr. Fantastic on the front. I think it's Mr. Fantastic, yep. And I love the fact that Mr. Fantastic in the Ultimate Universe is pretty much... Like, he was the smartest man in the world anyway, but in the Ultimate Universe there really is no other way of putting it than he is the smartest man in the world. Issue 10. So yeah, I'm really pleased to pick these up. 11. I'll try and get through a bit more quickly because I'm rabbiting on again, which I have a tendency to do. I think it's built into us to be able to talk about comics for an insanely long amount of time and not actually achieve much other than you talked about it. That was issue 13, by the way. It's mad how we talk about this made-up world, and we talk about it with such authority and belief and gusto that we can always make it believe it's real. And I think that's what it's about, really, isn't it? Believing it's real. Escapism. You know, this, don't get me wrong, I read comics for many reasons. You know, as a young child, there's things I didn't do or couldn't do. I won't say I wasn't unpopular as a child, I was. Issue 17. Issue 18. No, I was very popular as a child, actually, but I don't know what to say. I've always been a lone wolf kind of guy, and when I say lone wolf, I don't mean like Chuck Norris lone wolf. I just mean myself, and I like my own company. I don't necessarily like a lot of people around me all the time. It sounds horrible, I know, and it is horrible, but that's always been the way with me. I've always been someone who can be quite happy in my own company, and just do my own thing and enjoy my own thing. Of course, that comes difficult sometimes when you have a wife and child. You can't always be that way, but that's not to say you forget how to be that way or you don't want to be that way anymore. That's the way I am. And for me, reading comics, number one, the art. The art straight away takes you to a different world. With art, you can imagine so much more than you can TV sometimes. You know, especially back when I started collecting, like in '93. So I was 93 in the early '90s. I mean, 1990, I don't know. there's certain you couldn't do like all the special effects you have on TV now. You couldn't do back then. So to see art was just amazing. It took you to another world, and it was mind blowing. The concept, the thoughts you could put down on paper, and you thought, wow, that's you almost think it's real because you immerse yourself in the art so much, and I think ultimately that's what it's about. It's about escapism. It's about taking you to another place. We've all got jobs out there, if we're fortunate enough, and we all work long hours to pay the bills, to buy our comics, and our comics are our escape. That's our time away from work and the daily grinds of a life. And that's what we enjoy, and that's what we treat ourselves to. And I've said it before in the past, the comic's been a great forming of my character and my beliefs, a bit strong and it's getting a bit deep, but it's shaped me as a person, and it's educated me as a person as well. Don't get me wrong, there are some stupid comics out there, a bit dumb, but there are some intelligent writers out there also who write extremely clever stuff, and stuff that you never see or hear on TV, and it educates you. I've never met a stupid comic collector. I know that sounds horrible. I'm not saying that all comic collectors are really intelligent. I'm not saying that, but generally, when I speak to comic collectors, they are intelligent people, very intelligent people, and I think subliminally comics do teach us. They do. It's like they say, if you love something, you'll soak it in like a sponge. If you don't like it, you won't. Don't get me wrong. I never liked school. Never really took much attention to it. It's not to say I couldn't do the stuff. I could do it, but there was nothing there to grab me and say, "Hey, enjoy me." It wasn't there for me. Comics, it was. So, no, comics are about escapism for me. When I read a comic, I am transported to another world. And like in the Ultimates, for example, what I was just talking about, when they're fighting, I feel like I'm fighting there with them. I'm not doing nothing, but I feel like I'm there in the moment. And I think that's what it's about. And these great stories, great art. It's awesome. Anyway, don't know where that came from, but back to my haul. Don't know. I'll see if that get off my chest. So this is what I picked up in the comic book shop. First of all, I'd say I was meant to pick up Justice League Dark, Trinity War Part 3. My comic guy got 2 boxes of it, all damaged. So he's sending them back to supplier, and he's got to get some more boxes in. But that means I'm not going to get to read it till next week, which means I'm sure someone's going to tell me what happens in it, and I ain't going to be happy about that. So I'm just trying to keep my nose out of reviews and stuff. But I did manage to pick up Constantine, issue 5. You got Shazam on the front cover. I believe from what people are saying, Constantine takes Shazam's powers, and you see on the front cover there. And I must admit, Constantine's a character I've never really read much about. To be honest, I've said it in previous videos, I've never really watched much DC at all. Really. I was never really into DC much. Don't get me wrong, loved Batman, loved Superman. I don't think it matters if you like Marvel, DC, Image, Valiant, Boom, it doesn't matter what franchise you're particularly involved with. Batman and Superman are always going to be there for you. I think everyone in the world knows who Batman is, and everyone in the world knows who Superman are. I think they're just characters that you love. They are our comic gods, and as such, you don't need to read whole DC to be able to read them. But since I missed out on the whole pre-52 build-up, so when I come back into collecting after a few years, because with family and shit, I decided to give it up, and it's just now I've recently got a bit of time, a bit of money to really enjoy my first love again, and build my collection back up, because I had to sell it due to reasons for family and adult shit. Unfortunately, I missed that collection so much. I wish I could find out who's got it, buy it back. Yeah, it makes me upset thinking about it, but there you go. We have to do these things in life. We have to support our families. It's just what we got to do as men. or women. Sorry, I'm being sexist. But I also picked up sorry, I was saying about DC. Yeah, I love the New 52. I'm gonna put it out there, but that's only because I've never read the pre-52. So you know, you guys who've been reading DC for 20 years, I can't understand where you're coming from. I can see why you don't like what's changed. But for me, for the characters I did know in Dillijoy, I like the change. But I think that's just me in general. Like I said, I like Ultimate Comics. That's just where I'm wired, I guess. So I also picked up What If, Avengers vs X-Men issue 3, with Hope on the front, wearing a Phoenix costume, looking very cool. Once again, I said it in the last video and I'll say it this video, they should have just done this. Why they didn't, I don't know. Batman, Superman, issue 2. This is getting a lot of stick from... I don't know why people don't like it. I really don't. I think people just... They were ragging on the art for some reason. I'm sorry, but for me, I've never seen a book look so good. What is wrong with this art? Please tell me, what is wrong with the art in this book? It's lost me. Alright, I know everyone has their own style, but I think no matter what style you prefer, you can surely appreciate it, if nothing else. Haven't read it yet. So the first issue was, it really was, it wasn't even a get to know me issue, it was more of a hello issue. But I'm happy with that, you know. It's a slow burner, so be it. I'm quite happy just to let it slow burn and enjoy the visual feast. And then we picked up the always fantastic Superior Spider-Man, issue 14. I had to check which one it is. With his new outfit on the front, his new costume. And yeah, this is getting interesting now. We're going to start seeing Spider-Man or Octo build his base of operations, get some henchmen, and I'm pretty sure he's going to turn Spider-Man into an enterprise. And being the month of Superior Spider-Man, I've got Spider-Man Team Up issue 1. I don't know if these are going to be, as far as I'm aware, most of the monthly, the Superior Spider-Man month stuff, I think most of this stuff is going to be miniseries, like 6 issues possibly. I'm not sure. And then, first issue of Hunger, Age of Ultron Aftermath. Have heard nothing about this, other than we know it's Galactus because of the previous issue. And I'm just looking through the pages now. The kids outside want to shut up. Yeah, so Galactus on the front cover, looking extremely cool. Hopefully this will be better than Age of Ultron. You know, with a character like Galactus, it's going to be a big event. Here we are, Wolverine X-Men, issue 33. I'm not going to lie to you, I am up to issue 9 on reading, so I've got a lot to catch up on. And then I bought a couple of independents, the first one being purely on Running with Comics. I saw his reviews. Well, I think he did a review of one of them, Number Cruncher. I never got a chance to see his review of Dayman. I'm not sure if he did one or not. It's been so mad because I can't really remember. But the first one was Number Cruncher 1. Issues, I think it's just 4 part. Yeah, 1 of 4. And I heard very good things about this. I think it's basically, from what I can gather, it's about a guy who dies. He goes to heaven, and basically heaven hire him to be, not death, I don't think death's the right word, but almost like an assassin for heaven. Now I don't know if he's killing people or he's killing rogue angels, I don't know, but basically it's called Number Cruncher because basically in the end everything has to tally up, make sense. So yeah, looking forward to reading that a lot. And the second book I picked up was from Boom Studios, and it was Daemon. And I don't know, the title of this really intrigued me. This is about a guy who works for a vampire family, and basically it's what happens when vampires go to sleep. It's basically what happens. and it's basically about a guy who works for vampires, and he does all the shitty jobs when they're asleep. So if you can imagine, they had a murder fest the night before, drinking blood or whatnot. He's the guy who's got to clear it up. Pretty shit, really. You know, it's almost like if Batman had a book come out called Alfred. Self-explanatory, isn't it? It's Alfred looking after Batman. Well, this is Dayman, or Daymen, so I'm guessing it's centres around several of them around the world. And it's about what they do looking after their masters. So I'm really psyched to to read that book. So yeah, that was my pickups. Really enjoyed them. And hopefully I'll see you in the weekend. I've got some graphic novels to review, so hopefully I'll put another video up very soon. But until then, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. I am about to go and see Wolverine. I'll let you know my thoughts on that. I am very excited. See you later.